I drove down to the Boynton Inlet to specifically shoot content. And although it's raining like heck out now at the beach, when I left my house, it was perfectly sunny. And yes, I'm aware that there's a hurricane that's making its way up the coast and into the Carolinas. But according to the weather app and according to the weather forecast, it was supposed to be sunny over here by the beach. And the only reason that I'm sharing that is because weather forecasts are often wrong. Just like every other forecast that exists, most forecasts are wrong. But here's what's not wrong, and there's no easy way for me to say this, and I know I've shared it in the past, but the reality of it is the housing market is about to get crushed, which does not mean every single housing market is going to get crushed. And it also doesn't mean that every home value is going to be cut in half, because every market is going to trade differently than the next. And every housing market is going to have its own intensity of supply and demand. But it would be completely irresponsible of me not to share the leading indicators that I see, which absolutely point to the fact that the housing market is going to get crushed. But before it does, the individual consumer is going to get crushed first. And right now, credit card debt is at an all-time high. The undeniable truth is that Americans owe more than $1 trillion in credit card debt. And credit card companies are racking up losses faster than they have in 30 years, faster than they did during the great financial crisis. And the inconvenient truth of that reality might not show up in the housing market today, and it might not show up in the economic data today, but it certainly still exists. And debt eats equity 100% of the time. And yes, it's true, property taxes in Florida have increased exponentially. But Florida doesn't even rank in the top 10 list for most expensive property taxes. That distinction goes to New Jersey, Connecticut, New Hampshire, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, Vermont, Rhode Island, California, and Washington State. And none of that comes as a surprise to me, because most of the relocation buyers who want to buy in Florida that I speak to on a regular basis, they almost always live in one of those states. And I really hope that the weather would be good enough for me to show you what it looks like for the boats that enter into and out of the inlet, to demonstrate the risks that are inherent for somebody who's trying to get out to the ocean. Because that inlet is dangerous. And boaters who are inexperienced or think they know how to control a boat better than they do are at extreme risk. And I've witnessed boats get flipped over and broken in two. And if you do a Google search on the Boynton Inlet, you'll find videos of boats getting demolished. And it doesn't happen every day, but it absolutely happens. And I share that because the housing market is going to get crushed. Just like the government and their fiscal policy is going to get crushed, because the debt levels are unsustainable. And while the housing market dynamics in my hyperlocal market have certainly changed, and they'll continue to change, there is still tremendous demand and a scarcity of homes available for sale, which is a long way of getting to many of the markets that I service. The home values are continuing to increase, and builders are capitalizing on their supply. They control the supply, and they continue to raise prices in new construction communities. And I've got clients, people just like you, that are looking to buy new construction that had sticker shock when they saw how expensive the prices were, because they thought there may be a little bit more of a discount in pricing. But builders in my market aren't discounting anything at all, up until they do. But the supply side of things, at least in my market, is not going to change until homeowners are feeling financial pain. But with over $1 trillion of credit card debt out there in the population, I know it's only a matter of time until some folks feel that financial pain. Because some consumers are feeling pain sufficient enough to stop paying their credit card bills. And credit card payments are the first to go. They're a leading indicator of the financial pain that is coming. And next up will be cars, and next up will be houses. And when the fire sale begins, everyone will be impacted. Because it only took 10% of the overall market to be in distress to bring down the overall market by 30%. At least the last time the housing market crashed. But this time will likely be different. And people are going to get hurt, period. And other people are going to make money. They're going to win. And other well-capitalized, opportunistic individuals and institutions are going to capitalize on that. Because the market, the housing market, real estate market, or any other market is always good for someone. And real estate will always trade. Now, I hope you found this content valuable. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Check out my next video because I suspect you will love it a lot. And until next time, peace.